Which hidden truth forced you to say goodbye after decades of love? I still remember the autumn afternoon when everything shifted, as if time had paused to mark the moment my world shattered. I'd spent nearly 30 years with Michael, a lifetime of shared dreams, quiet evenings, and a bond that everyone assumed was unbreakable. Yet behind our familiar routines, something was eroding, and I couldn't see it until it was too late. At first, the changes were small. Michael began coming home later and later, his phone growing increasingly secretive. I told myself it was the stress of work, the burden of responsibility, or simply the unspoken rhythms that every long marriage endures. But then I found the envelope tucked away in one of his desk drawers, an envelope filled with intimate, passionate letters. I hesitated before reading them, praying that they were nothing more than an innocent mistake. Instead, the carefully penned words revealed a betrayal that went far deeper than a mere emotional dalliance. That betrayal was only the beginning. In the weeks that followed, I found little clues, receipts for expensive gifts addressed to someone I'd never met, and an unexpected photograph tucked behind a faded family portrait. The photograph showed Michael standing with another woman, whose smile was warm and familiar in a way I hadn't seen from him in years. But what caught my breath was the small hand clasped in his. A little girl with bright eyes and a hopeful grin. My heart pounded as I slowly put together the pieces. Michael had built another life, a parallel life with a second wife and a child. The revelation hit me like a storm. I confronted him on a chilly evening, my voice trembling as I asked, "Michael, who is she? And what is that picture?" His eyes, once so open and kind, turned evasive and shadowed with guilt. After long, halting moments of silence, he confessed. The second family had begun as a desperate escape, a way for him to feel loved and valued during a time when he felt trapped and invisible in our long, fading marriage. The other woman had been there when I was too wrapped up in our shared history to notice his growing loneliness. Together, they forged a connection that spiraled into a life he kept hidden from me. I was overwhelmed by the sense of loss. It wasn't simply the betrayal, but the realization that while I had been mourning the small cracks in our marriage, Michael had been constructing an entirely different world. A world where he could be someone else, someone who didn't have to compromise his own happiness. I found myself grappling with a bitter mix of emotions: sorrow for the family I thought we had, anger at the lies, and a deep grief for the dreams we'd built together. In the end, I walked away from Michael and the life he'd secretly built, leaving behind the shattered remnants of a love that had once defined me. My divorce wasn't just an ending. It was the beginning of a journey toward rediscovering my own worth, a future where truth and self-respect could finally lead the way.